Okay, as I was thinking, working on the bodywork of my 1970 Honda N600, I was wondering if anybody else knew how to use a stud gun for pulling dents. What they look like is this. I guess they call it a stud welder. This is a Harbor Freight stud welder, and I'm going to do a little demonstration on how it works. So I've been working on the bodywork on my little N600 here. This is a small car. Small cars typically have thin metal, and as you can see here, I've been working on, there's a dent right on the corner here. It's been bothering me. It was pretty deep. It was pushed in, I don't know, a couple inches. And small car, remember, small car, small metal, small rivets. So there's 3 different tip sizes here. These 2 are larger than the one I have on the gun. I have the smallest one, and the smallest tip takes the smallest rivets. So you'd load the smallest rivet into the smallest tip for the smallest car. And the reason I keep repeating that is older, like General Motors or Ford cars from the 50s and 60s, big cars, thick metal. They have 14 gauge, 16 gauge fenders. This is a small car, thin metal, small tip. So if you can remember that, you'll save yourself from burning through like I did right there. I used too big of a rivet and it burnt a hole. Now I got most of the dent out, but there's still a little crease here, here, and here. And I'm going to demonstrate how to pull those with these. These are pretty small, but I wanted to show you how it's done. First of all, small tip for small car, because this is probably 22 gauge metal, maybe 20. And also, you have to have clean metal. That is imperative. You can't put a stud on paint. It just won't work. You have to have a ground. The gun acts as a welder. I'll show you on this side here. There was also a dent. I pulled that out pretty well. It looks pretty good. It's cool now. And all I have to do is grind those off and do my final body work, and that should look pretty good. So what we do, getting back to what we're doing, we found our dents. There's a low spot there, a low spot here, and a low spot there. You might be able to see those in the reflection of my hand. And we've loaded a small rivet into the stud gun, and I'm going to try to do this. You put the gun on the metal so that the rivet centers right in the middle of the dent. You push it in a little further to ground it, and you're going to push this button back here. You ready? You're going to see it glowing. See a little smoke coming off there? And of course, it didn't work for the camera. I'm going to try it again. Sometimes these are just single-use studs. Great. Perfect for my demonstration. I melted the head right off of that thing. Now let's see if I can put another one in there. Okay, sorry about that. It's hard to hold the camera, talk, to demonstrate and use a stud gun because it's kind of heavy and you gotta know what you're doing. It takes a little practice. So here we go. I'm gonna pull the trigger. Let that just cool off there. Yay, we got a stud on there. So we've effectively welded a stud onto our dent, and we'll take our dent slide hammer here and we insert the tip of the slide hammer, which is adjustable for all sizes, and you use the little lock here so that when you slide it back it locks. And I'm going to pull a little tension. There, we pulled our dent. See that pop out? Now to release the what do you call this thing again? The dent puller. You just push in and it comes right off. So that popped that part of the dent out. I'm going to go over here, I think, and put another one after I break this off, and then continue on. Again, you can buy this at Harbor Freight. I don't recall the cost. I think it was less than $30. And then you can buy replacement rivets all day long in different sizes. And again, the big ones are for big cars, little ones for little jobs, and little cars like this. So I hope I explained that okay. I'm sorry I kind of fumbled through it. But we're making my little N600 look a little better, and I want to use the least amount of Bondo as possible. So that's how you pull a dent. Thanks for watching.